Creating instructional vision using data walls at Island Montessori Charter School. Some information that may be helpful to understand prior to me discussing this project is that we have multi-age classrooms, which means that we have 3 grade levels in the same room. For example, lower elementary is composed of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd graders in the same classroom with the same teacher for 3 years. This means that one teacher is in charge of instructing and supporting the standards for 3 grade levels. We have 3 lower elementary classrooms. These 3 teachers have not utilized PLC groups the way that would be most helpful to them because they have not had good understanding of how to use their data to determine areas of weakness within their instruction, curriculum, and environment. They have always focused first on each individual learner as opposed to the bigger picture of the group as a whole. Our core team, which includes myself, the curriculum coordinator, and the testing coordinator, meet weekly to discuss data, PLC groups, MTSS, and professional development needs. After reviewing each teacher's professional learning plan with our head of school, it was decided that we needed to focus this year on data. Our teachers needed support on first, how to look at data trends at a grade level, a loop level within the 3-year cycle, and then at a school level. We got to work on creating our data wall in the office of our curriculum coordinator because that is where weekly PLC meetings were held. We wanted to have a system that was easy for us to read and interpret, but did not directly state the names of our students or single out a teacher. So, for lower elementary, we had a strip of data points for each grade level. The teachers have the same numbers representing their students for each grade level. So, for example, Miss Eleanor has numbers 1 through 9 for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. Miss Melissa's students are 10 through 18 for each grade level, and Mr. Tim's students are 19 through 27 for each grade level. This allows the teachers to be able to recognize their own classroom while still looking at overall grade level strengths and weaknesses. There was a lot of debate about numbering our students, and we're still not 100% happy with that option, but it seems to be the best way to maintain confidentiality. We strategically color coordinated our percentile levels to help show the differentiation between what is considered Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Teachers met prior to the beginning of the year benchmarks to look at data from the end of the year benchmark from the previous school year. This allowed staff time to work through the process and us to work through the kinks in discussions and the data wall manipulation time. We discussed what trends were seen, what areas of weakness in terms of grade levels were seen, problem solved through what strategies could be used to see change in these areas of weakness. After the beginning of year benchmark, we met again. We moved clips based on percentiles, colored marked on the clips to show movement or lack of movement between levels, as well as track colors on a table chart below each data strip. Again, we worked through problem-solving method to process the data and create goals for middle-of-year benchmark. Core team would meet after each data meeting to review what was discussed and how we can support the teachers. We decided that data needed to be a point of focus at PLC meetings each month, especially in between benchmarks, to make sure teachers are not just putting aside the data or problem solving only when we ask them to. This project will continue throughout the year and years to come. The teachers have valued the process together in PLC groups and have learned how to share strategies. This has been a huge support to the MTSS process in terms of interventions and supports for students, as well as finding valid and concise ways to progress monitor. We look forward to the continued growth of our students and staff with data to support our growth.